What is good, y'all? What's popping, everybody? Appreciate y'all for tapping in. Let me get my audio situated because we're going live here. Got a dope ass live video for y'all tonight. Epic topics to speak on tonight, you guys. Let me just make sure everything is situated with my audio. Everybody go ahead, hit that like button. Y'all know what to do when you tap in here. Hit that like button, y'all. Make sure you share this video. Put it in the chat what city and state you're actually tapping in from. You know what I'm saying? I like to hear from everybody in here. I like to hear from everybody in here actually supporting the channel. Definitely appreciate it. Definitely appreciate everybody tapping in. What's up, Bam? What's up, Amir? We got North Philly up in here. What's up, North Philly? What's popping? Appreciate you for tapping in. We got some epic talk for tonight. We got some epic conversations for tonight, you guys. That's right. Is it the end? Is it the end of an era? Is it the end of the 50 Cent beef with the game? Wack 100 says he met 50 10 times. He met 50 10 times, and out of those 10 times, he actually brought the game around 4. He actually brought the game around 4 different times, you guys. Wack 100 put the game back with 50 Cent. That's what we're talking about tonight. Let's get into the topic for tonight, man. What is good, Neighborhood All-Star? What is popping with you, man? What is popping with you, man? Appreciate y'all for tapping in tonight. Appreciate everybody logging into the live tonight. We're going to get things jumping. You know what to do. Let me light something up, actually. Let me light something up as we get this thing going tonight. Definitely appreciate everybody tapping in. We got some epic topics for tonight. Wack 100 basically detailing the fact that he ended beef with the game and 50 Cent. I mean, honestly, if you look at their beef at this point in time, you pretty much could say it is over. You know what I mean? If you look at the different scenarios that we've seen play out with the two of those guys, with the game showing up. I remember one time the game showed up to a 50 Cent show and he filled his whole section with effing bottles. You know what I mean? Hell yeah, smoking on some runts. That's what I'm talking about. Smoking on some runts. That is what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, let me get this all situated, y'all. Let me get this shit situated for everybody tapping in now. Definitely appreciate everybody tapping in now. You heard? You heard? Definitely appreciate everybody tapping into the live podcast now. We got some electric peanut butter cookies. Let me know what you're smoking. We're getting this thing going live. We're talking about an interesting topic, y'all. Let me bring up what we're going over tonight, actually. Let me bring this shit up right here.
It's the king in Philly.
Right.
The king, not the pawn, not the rook.
Not the pawn, not the rook, not the bishop, not the knight. It's the king. The king of Philly, you guys.
It's the king in Philly. The king, not the pawn, not the rook, not the bishop. Goddamn well know it ain't the queen.
Not the queen. Not the queen of Philly. Let's not go down that route. Let's not go down that route. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it positive on here tonight. That's what I do, man. I keep it positive. A lot of people see the shit. You know what I mean? A lot of people tap in on a frequent basis, man. I definitely appreciate y'all for tapping in, y'all for showing love. What up with you, Lee May? What's going on, Lee? Appreciate you for tapping in tonight. Definitely appreciate everybody tapping in on this live video tonight. We got some epic discussion for this video tonight, you guys. Let me just get to my notes so we can do this right. We're going to do this right, y'all. We got some epic conversation, man, including the ending of a couple different beefs. You know what I'm saying? Because I was actually there when Birdman and Gillie Da Kid came face to face. I was actually there when Gillie Da Kid and Birdman ended the beef face to face, you guys. Share this video, hit the like button, put some respect on my name. It's the king of the bloggers, Mikey T, the movie star. I'm back with another major exclusive. Wack 100 pretty much exposed. Wack 100 pretty much exposed who he has been dealing with in G Unit. Wack 100 pretty much let the world know he's been dealing with one of 50 Cent's most trusted associates, which has basically been one of the reasons that we haven't seen any melee come between the situation recently. I know we talked about it last night. We talked about how the game was surrounded by 20 Bloods and 20 Crips. He wasn't in New York. Yeah, he was surrounded in Cali by 40 of them G Unit West folk. You know what I'm saying? He was surrounded. You want to put the billboard? You want to put the G Unit billboard up in Southside Jamaica, Queens? Well, you're going to have a few problems when you're in your own hood. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have a few problems when you're in your own hood then, Game. And Game ran into those problems. Game ran into those problems while he had the hottest record in the game, while he had everything going for how we do, hate it or love it. I had dreams in R&B, but I woke up early and bounced with all the shit. When I apply pressure, Game, it ain't even funny. You drop dreams with Kanye West, you got your third single money. That's what the Game did. The Game was on top at that point, but still, G Unit West had him surrounded. Still, Mobb Deep, Spider Loke, all them guys out there who was mobbing out in the West Coast because G Unit was getting all that money. And you know what happens when you get money, right? When you get money, you go out to the West Coast. Real money. Anybody will tell you in the industry, y'all. If you get real money, you go to the East Coast. You go to the West Coast. Your money starts slowing up. You take your ass back to Miami. Your money really starts slowing up. You take your ass to Atlanta. Atlanta, GA, they don't play, except if you're running around smoking weed like Boozy. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to Atlanta and you're going to chill, you're going to get your crib, you're going to get situated, you're all right. If you're going to go to Atlanta, you're going to try to run amok like you're in Cali and Miami, you're going to run into problems. Realize it. Atlanta, you know what I mean? Retire there a little bit. Go get the crib and all that. Miami, Cali, that's where you're partying. Let's just be real. I seen it myself, man. Need everybody to share this video. I got some of the dopest interviews coming up in the next few days. Really appreciate everybody for tapping in. So, Wack 100 went in. Wack 100. Share this video, everybody. We're just getting started. I'm your host, Mikey T, the movie star, the king of the bloggers, period. Let them say what they want, but this ain't what they want. So Wack is like, I'm going to keep it real. 50 is a wolf. He keeps certain people with him that's on a time clock. He positioned himself where he doesn't need people in music. Why I respect him a lot is based, now we're going to get this, you guys. Why I respect him a lot. Because a lot of people are wondering, Wack, why do you share this video? Like the video. Put some respect on my name. I'm the Cash Money of bloggers. I'm the G Unit of bloggers. All them other bloggers, they're on E1. They ain't even on Empire. Shout out to Gabi. What up, Gabi? So Wack is about to reveal why he's cool with G Unit. Why I respect him a lot is based on the love he gives my brother, Uncle Murda. He keeps Murda with him. He keeps Murda. I met him personally about 10 times. Wack done met 50 Cent personally about 10 times. Okay. I put him and Game together. Listen to it, you guys. Wack 100 is saying this. He put Game and 50 together after getting comfortable around fifth, after meeting him 7 or 8 times. The last 3 or 4 times, he ends up putting him together with the Game. Somebody who dissed him viciously. Somebody who would not let up. The Game would not let up, you guys, on 50 Cent. I'm a G, but a G you not. He would not let up at all on the Game, you guys. The Game would not let up at all on 50 Cent or G Unit. He just kept on drilling down. The shit was Drillmatic. No pun, you know what I'm saying? Drillmatic, August 12th, the Game's new album is coming out. Who's he going to be dissing on there? I mean, he said, y'all got it effed up. You must think I'm Lloyd Banks or Young Buck on his new freestyle. So Game is obviously talking some shit. So Wack is like, I put him and Game together to squash it, to fix it. At least 3 to 4 times they were side by side. So guys, we're hearing this right now. Wack 100 was actually the guy who put 50 Cent and Wack in the Game side by side. All these live videos that we're seeing when 50 Cent in the Game are looking like, why aren't they coming to blows? The Game has dissed 50 Cent on numerous occasions. Why isn't something happening right now? Why are they so cool? Why is 50? Yeah, I'm going to hear you out, man. Oh, you want to do a Game movie? That sounds good. We're never doing a Game movie, bro. I think I might even cut the Game's part out of the G Unit movie when we do it, Game. Just letting you know right now. You heard it first right here. So listen, you guys. Yeah, there's no question about Belly 2. There's no question about Belly 2. That movie was actually supposed to be called The Millionaires Boys Club, though. In all reality, they just got an opportunity to call it Belly 2. So they thought that by putting the Belly name on it, it would make it more marketable. That's the only reason Belly 2 was put on that. That movie was actually supposed to be called The Millionaires Boys Club, I believe. So let's stop disrespecting Belly like that was actually a real Belly sequel. You know what I mean? That was the How High 2 of Belly sequels, man. You know? But let me get back into this, man. So Game gets put with 50 Cent after dissing the hell out of him on however many mixtapes y'all can remember, after creating a campaign called GU Not, after legitimately getting, you guys, the Game legitimately got Interscope to pay him $1 million to stop saying GU Not. They paid him $1 million to not say GU Not. And now here we go. The Game thinks it's going to be all peaches and cream linking up with 50 Cent. Do you understand that you ruined what was supposed to be the greatest record label since Death Row? I'm sorry, man, but there is no reuniting at this point. There's not going to be any type of reunion with 50 Cent in the Game, even though I know it would be the most lucrative out of all the reunions. You know what I mean? Because 50 Cent in the Game, let's just be honest, y'all. 50 Cent in the Game, they could do a whole reunion. They could do a whole reunion by themselves. And they could probably do $1 million plus per show. And they could do 50 shows. They could probably do 50 shows, $1 million plus per show, and then they would honestly make $50 million. That's why Mace is on there bitching about all the No Way Out shows with Gillie Da Kid and Wallow. He's like, man, I must have did I must have did 15 shows. I must have did 30 shows that they were making $1 million or over on. So what do you want, Mace? Do you want to be presented with a $15 million check? I'm sure you would like to be presented with a $15 million check, Mace, just like every chick out there is presented with a $30,000 Birkin, bro. You know what I mean? You love it. You love it when they bless you. Oh, we've got a present for you, Mace. Oh, you got a present for me? It feels so good that you've got Mace. The whole world isn't about presents for you. You know what I'm saying? This world isn't about giving you presents. Nori invites people on the show every week to give them their flowers. You know what I'm saying? There's a big difference. Let's be real about this. I appreciate everybody tapping in. Wack 100, keeping it real about 50 Cent. He said, I'm going to keep it real. 50 is a wolf. Guys, Wolf is my middle name. It's Mike Wolf T. You know what I'm saying? Wolf is my middle name, y'all. I know a wolf. I know a wolf. That should be my hip-hop name, Wolf. Wack said, I'm going to keep it real. 50 is a wolf. He keeps certain people with him. That's on a time clock. He positioned himself where he doesn't need people in music. Why I respect him a lot is based on the love he gives my brother, Uncle Murda. All right, so 50 doesn't need people based on music. That's because 50 Cent is the musician. People literally that get around 50 Cent, they become musicians. People that come around 50 Cent become entertainment organizers. People that come around 50 Cent become authors. People that become around 50 Cent, they become investors. They become entertainment lawyers, anything like that. 50 Cent honestly has birthed so many rap careers. You know what I'm saying? 50 Cent doesn't need people around him doing music to keep him relevant. Any facet of 50 Cent's career that he does keeps him relevant. Let's be 100% clear about this. It was 50 Cent who went the extra mile to sign so many different artists. It was 50 Cent who took the scheduled release of himself and changed it with a G-Unit album. Let's be 100% clear about that. 50 Cent could have cleared 2 diamond albums in 2003. 50 Cent could have sold 20 million solo records in 2003. Let's be 100% honest about this. 50 Cent welcomed people around him musically. Tony Yayo, The Game, Young Buck, Lloyd Banks, Spider Loc, Mobb Deep. All these people he welcomed around him musically. He got a little tired out. As he said himself. He was sick of doing all the hooks. 50 got a little tired out. And we could tell when it came to the last releases. He enlisted Mary J. Blige to do the hook. You know what I mean? He never released California with Spider Loc. You know what I'm saying? Look what he did. He opted out of doing hooks. Have a Party with Mobb Deep. Nate Dogg, rest in peace. Put him in their place. Did not feature 50 on the hook. Yeah, 50 was doing everything, you guys. 50 was doing everything. He was doing everything. He got a little burnt out. You know what I mean? He was doing everything. He got a little burnt out. And another thing, I think Interscope fell off. His distribution fell off because of some of the moves he was making. Why are you pushing back Lloyd Banks and Young Buck's album and then competing with Kanye West? Your company is already on a downward spiral. Why would you have to push back 2 of your major quote-unquote earners? You know what I mean? Why would you push back their projects after they did major units? You know what I mean? You pulled an Irv Gotti on yourself. Irv Gotti could have released Black Child's album. Irv Gotti could have released Cadillac Taz album, and they probably would have sold 200,000 or 300,000 units. Probably would have sold 200,000 or 300,000 units. Maybe even went gold. You know what I mean? It would have added to the sales history. But no, He didn't want that stain on his record. And I'm just being realistic when I say this, man. I'm just being realistic when I say this shit, you guys. So, Wack 100 said, why I respect him a lot. Why Wack 100 respects 50 Cent, right? I respect him a lot. It's based on the love he gave my brother, Uncle Murda. He keeps Murda with him. He's got Murda. I met him personally about 10 times, y'all. So the game's manager is meeting 50 Cent 10 times. This isn't Jimmy Iovine dealing with Dr. Dre and Suge Knight. This is Wack 100 getting the opportunity to now deal with 50 Cent or deal with the game and meet 50 Cent on 10 separate occasions. I could almost say, you know what I mean? I could say, all right, you know what I mean? Jimmy Iovine dealing with all these different people. Okay, he's dealing with Chief Keef. Chief Keef is, dissing 50 Cent live. You know what I mean? Okay, it's something you got to deal with internally as a label. You know what I mean? It's something you got to deal with internally. But if you're looking at it from this perspective, Wack 100, okay, why is this dude in the same room as me if he is the game's manager? Are you kidding me right now? What do you know what the game did to our record label? And Wack 100 is about to reveal who got him close to 50 Cent. Wack 100 is about to reveal who is the one who helped him maneuver. You know what I'm saying? When you hear about someone around in the hood and you don't want to go there, oh, they're shooting a video that day. All right, I'm going to push my video to Thursday. Thursday next week? Nah. Thursday next month, homie. They're in the hood. I'm not there. You kidding me? Jimmy Henchman ain't here no more. Jimmy Henchman ain't here no more. Those billboards were cute. Those billboards were cute. Look what happened because of those billboards. People can talk about the billboards all they want right now, but look what happened because of those Black Wall Street billboards. A label that didn't even get off the ground. A label that didn't even get off the ground. There's been court cases, there's been arrests, all type of shit over those billboards. Let's just keep it real out here, man. I don't know if any other blogger knows about this shit to keep it real. They might just want to talk about Gillie and Mace. I'm not talking about Gillie and Mace. Gillie and Wallow did the right thing by having Mace on the show. Wallow went ape shit on Mace because Wallow wants to defend the people. Wallow wants to defend the people, right? Why wouldn't he? I respect what they did. They had both men on to explain their story. They had both men on to explain their story. Shit is lit. That's why $1 Million Worth of Game is the hottest new podcast out. You know what I'm saying? So listen to this, you guys. So anybody want to talk about old news? Listen to what this news really is here. Listen to this. Wack said, I met him personally about 10 times. Wack 100 met 50 Cent 10 times. I'm such an op, right? Mikey T's the G Unit op, but they got Wack 100 meeting 50 Cent 10 times. That sounds some weird shit to me. But Mikey T is the G Unit op, right? Right, Lloyd Banks, right, Tony Yayo, right, 50. I'm the G Unit op, but y'all are meeting with Wack 100 10 times. I'm just calling out flaw shit when I see it. You know what I mean? I'm just calling out flaw shit when I see it. Honestly, that's flaw to me. How the hell is the manager of your biggest adversary getting around you 9, 10 different times? I met 50 Cent once. I asked him if we could do an interview. He said no. They turned down Channel 12 News. I kept it pushing. Made a little scene. They had to kick me out and all that. I'm Mikey T, the movie star. I don't give a damn about no news station. I'm Mikey T, the movie star. I'm the hottest shit moving in the industry for the last 12 years. Dudes been locked up. Dudes have been locked up reading about me. You know what I'm saying? Dudes have been locked up waiting to get out. Meet me. You know what I'm saying? And that shit's just real. So I don't want to hear none of that other shit. I'm out here putting on for everybody out here and in there, locked up, giving them inspiration. That's what I'm doing out here. Anybody ever ask me, Mike, why would you lay your life down for this shit? Because I'm out here creating inspiration for the world. That's why I'll lay my shit down for this shit. So Wack is like, listen, you guys. Wack said he put the game with 50 Cent to squash it. He put the game with 50 Cent to squash it. At least 3 to 4 times the game and 50 Cent were side by side. Side by side. And we saw a lot of those videos. Wack said at the time, his security was family. At his time, listen to this, you guys. At the time, his security was family. The one who left him. He said he was booked. He booked him for a ticket out of Brooklyn. Me and Monster, Wack 100 said, me and Monster was close. Me and Monster was close. What do I got to put me and Monster was close in the title to make everybody realize this shit is new? Y'all need me to put Monster in the title to make and do 100,000 views on y'all to make sure y'all know this shit is real? Nah, the real are going to tap in and talk with Mikey T and figure out this is where you're getting the realest content. Them other guys over there, they can talk about all the conspiracy shit. But if you want to talk about hip hop mixed with a little bit of that street authentic culture, and I'm not talking about that conspiracy theorist culture, y'all can tap in over here on a weekly basis, on a daily basis. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Wack said me and Monster was close. Wack said me and Monster was close. Y'all hearing this? Y'all hearing this? Y'all hearing me now? Oh, they don't want to hear me now. They don't want it. You want to hate me now? Oh, because I won't stop now. Y'all can hate me now. It is. Let Poppy sing his R&B cuts. I'm doing the real hip hop shit over here. I'm doing the real hip hop shit over here. Let me get a poll up for everybody. I'm putting a poll up, everybody. Putting a poll up right now. I want everybody to participate in this poll. I'm putting it up. Can Wack 100 end the beef with 50 and Game? Wack 100 just revealed his ace in the hole. Wack 100 revealed his ace in the hole, you guys. Wack said at the time his security was family. Me and Monster was close because Monster's first cousin, A Dollar, that's my brother. That's my man. They got the restaurant over Sugar Hill. I want to chill. Yeah, what's up, Hassan? I got that shit on lock. I want to chill. I'm gonna chill. Hassan, I'll chill. I won't end your career. Just wait on it, bro. I'll be back. So anyways, I'm gonna chill. We're gonna chill, bro. Let's chill real quick. I ended too many rappers and bloggers' careers already. So listen. Wack said that he was close with Monster. That's my man. They got the restaurant over on Sugar Hill. Him and Monster is family. Nobody knew me and Monster's connection. Nobody knew about me and Monster's connection. So it was never going to be that shit going on anyway. People was wondering, Wack, why are you going out of your way? Wack is like, dudes was wondering, Wack, why are you going out of your way? I would intentionally move my team another way. I would intentionally move my team another way. Me and Monster communicated. Listen to this shit, you guys. Listen to this shit. We got rooks. We got rooks communicating. Dudes be moving diagonally. You know what I'm saying? It's the only way they can move. They can only weave. They can only weave. The kings, queens, we can move every direction. These dudes is moving around like rooks. These dudes is moving around shiesty the whole time. Wack 100. Yo, Monster, where's 50 gonna be? Where's 50 gonna be so we don't show? Oh, Monster, where's 50 gonna be so we can show up and buy 50 bottles of effing? Yo, Monster, do you think it would be cool if we showed up and bought 100 bottles of effing? Do you think 50 would sign game back to G Unit? I can do the math in my head right now, Monster. If we bought 100 bottles of effing, it would be 100 times 350. But that minus the deal that we would eventually sign with G Unit for $750,000, we would make out. And I would even be able to give you a little bit of bread if you work out that relationship with Game and G Unit. Listen to all this fraud activity that's probably going on behind the scenes. You know what I mean? At one point in time, you guys, we all, you know what I mean? At one point in time, we all wanted to know the cool ass shit that was going on behind the scenes. But at this point in time, if that's what's going on behind the scenes, Wack 100 calling Monster every time he needs a little bit of information, I'm out on that shit, y'all. I'm out on that shit. I don't even want to know what the hell is going on in the industry behind the scenes anymore if that's the type of BS that's going on. Miss me with that shit. That must be the extreme underground of the music industry. That's some lame ass shit right there, man. Dudes is calling and communicating behind 50 Cent's back. All we hear about all this shit about Monster this, Monster that, and he's communicating with Wack 100. What? You got to be kidding me. Wack 100 manages the guy who ended your homie's record label. Oh, you joined G Unit after the record label was done. Okay, I get it. It's not about the record. It's not about the record label anymore, right? It's about BMF. It's about power. Well, let's remember what the hell a lot of us initially got the idea of who 50 Cent was. Let's remember why a lot of us care about who the hell these dudes are in the first place. The G Unit recording artists. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, man. Little Meech is dope. Little Meech is dope. You know what I'm saying? No, Little Meech is amazing. I'm really glad he's got the opportunity because I used to be tapped in with Little Meech's shit all the time, you guys. And the growth that he's had since BMF is just amazing. Y'all are watching the Mikey T, the Movie Star podcast right now, if you was wondering. It's the most lit, it's the most uncensored, it's the most unhinged podcast that you're going to come across on YouTube. We're coming on here. I talk with the live chat. We conversate with one another. We go over all the hottest shit going on in hip-hop. You know what I'm saying? So Monster's family. Nobody knew me and Monster's connection. So it was never going to be that shit going on anyway. People was wondering, Wack, why are you going out of your way? I would intentionally move my team another way. Me and Monster communicate. I don't know what happened. He didn't pay Monster, but Monster booked him for an M. He booked that ass for an M. A lot of politics, but Irv, him, and Gabby is tight. Gabby was my VP at E1. That might have to be another story. 50 Cent getting booked for an M. What the hell does he mean by that? The only thing I could think he means is that 50 Cent actually got, dude made $1 million off of 50 and skated. That's the only thing I could think. That's a whole nother topic, though. Because obviously, tonight I'm focused on the fact that the Game and 50 Cent, who we know came together on several occasions. We all watched it. Don't tell me anybody in the chat, one person in the chat won't put a thumb up for this. Who didn't see a video of the game finally coming face to face with 50 Cent? I was shocked as hell when I saw that shit. I'm like, are you serious? So 50 Cent done dissed all of his G Unit members who have taken pictures with the game, but now he's actually huddled up with him in the club. Just keeping it real. Just keeping it real, man. Shit's off. Shit's a little offy to me. Shit's a little offy to me. Dudes need to put some respect. Dudes need to put some respect on my name out here, though. For real, dudes need to put some respect on my name out here and hit that like button. Hit that like button. Oh, yeah. I remember Lil Durk pulled up on the game. I remember that shit. I know the whole story about it, man. I know the whole story about that shit, man. What's good, neighborhood all-star? I'm burning on some runts, bro. Let me see if I got that shit right here. Yeah. Shit's fire, man. I ain't gonna lie. Shit's fire. I ain't gonna lie. Shit is fire. I ain't gonna lie. You know, I don't come on here capping. I be smoking the best. I be smoking the best out of any of these bloggers. You know what I'm saying? They can say what they want, but this ain't what you want. You know what I mean? This ain't what you want. Crown Heights. What up? What up, Crown Heights? Appreciate Crown Heights tapping in. What it looked like. Everything is good, man. You know, I'm just grinding. Oh, damn, my bad. My bad, Kanyeezy. Yeah, man. Sorry about that. Mikey T, you still mess with me? Oh, you know I still mess with the New York scene. I still mess with the New York scene heavy. G's Gasoline is my guy. G's Gasoline is my guy. It's my dude right there. Go check out G's Gasoline if you haven't. All right, so let's get on with this. Let's get on with this episode, though. Appreciate everybody for tapping into the Mikey T, the Movie Star podcast. So listen to this, y'all. Listen to this. Wack was asked about the combination of Game and 50 Cent. Everybody knows Game and 50 Cent. You know what I mean? Everybody knows Game and 50 Cent coming together. I mentioned it a little bit earlier. If they actually went on tour right now, they'd be selling out. You know what I mean? They would be selling out on tour. They would be selling out on tour, to be 100% honest with you. Love to Brooklyn, man. Yeah, I went out to Crown Heights and did one of my first interviews out there with Mike Shorey. Yeah, I did an interview with Mike Shorey. He was actually telling me about how him and Max B were linking together to do a record on some melodic shit, like both of them singing. You know what I mean? Mike Shorey had also linked up with French Montana after working with Fabulous. So it was really great to actually get an opportunity to work with, you know, Crown Heights recording artists, man. And I met some great friends from out there. I believe that's where my homie Itzmatic is from. Yeah, a couple of great dudes out there. So listen, y'all. The combination of 50 Cent in the game. Wack said you had two chiefs. You had one that was already there, and you had one that was up and coming. If you look at everybody else that was with 50 before Game, they still hold the same position. They're Indians. Game, if you look at what Game did, he broke off because he is his own boss. 50 can't have a dude around him that's moving like him. That don't work with him. What? 50 cannot have a dude around him that is moving like him. That has been the cliche statement of our lifetime. You know what I mean? The cliche statement of our lifetime that 50 Cent just doesn't want an artist to blow up. You know what I mean? 50 Cent just doesn't want an artist to actually blow up under him, bigger than him. That has to be the most nonsense. You know what I'm saying? That has got to be some of the most nonsense that I've actually ever heard, you guys. I really can't believe that. I seriously cannot believe that statement right there. You know, look at the situation that 50 Cent was in. He was trying to blow up Lloyd Banks to be bigger than him. He pushed Lloyd Banks to sell 500,000. Woo! Damn, that Runts is lit, y'all. Damn, that Runts is lit, man. Let me light this back up, y'all. Excuse me. Shaq says, last time I checked, 50 made all of his artists millionaires. Well, yo, Shaq, let's change that. Let's change that to actually 50 made all of his people at least hundreds of thousands of dollars. Because, you know, there was a lot more people. There was actually a lot more people signed to the label. There was actually a lot more people signed to the label that I don't think actually became millionaires. So let's change that statement up just a little bit. What about Buck? Buck made millions. Buck definitely made millions, but I'm just saying there's a lot of G Unit artists that actually did not make millions. All right, let me get back into this though. Sorry about that. Just wanted to get everything situated. I guess so listen, G Unit West was brought up as well. Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus. But listen to this. Wack is like, he already tried to do G Unit West in 2006, 2007 with Spider Loc. If you go look at the Get Rich or Die Trying soundtrack, Spider Loc is on 4 to 5 of them songs, and the compilation, it just didn't work. He had the wrong one in play. It was already on at that time. So let's talk about the G Unit West situation. Black Wall Street was also brought up, but like I said before, you guys, G Unit West was technically going to be Black Wall Street. You know what I mean? Black Wall Street was going to merge into what G Unit West was, you guys. For anybody who doesn't really know that, you know what I mean? They just really don't know the history of what G Unit was. Wack 100 here said, oh, they tried to do G Unit West. They tried to do G Unit West with Spider Loc. Well, that's just inaccurate. G Unit West was going to be the games thing at first. G-Unit West was going to be the games thing at first, you guys. Like, that's just the honesty of the whole situation. Like, that's just the honest. That's just like the honesty around the situation. G-Unit West was going to be the games thing. Once the game broke apart, 50 Cent brought another West Coast artist in. So to say that he was doing the G-Unit West thing with Spider, no. He was doing the G-Unit West thing with the game at first. The game broke away, and Spider-Loc stepped up. Spider-Loc actually had a good representation around him, which has made it work. Like, he always had a bunch of people around him. Like, even now, he's got the whole Baymax. That's been going on for a minute, though. That's been going on for a minute, though. So let's get on here with this. Wack said Game was the only one. Game was the only one that could fight him back. Young Buck couldn't fight him back. Tennessee wasn't big enough or strong enough to fight New York. You didn't hear the lie Game pushed. Game got one song that activated the whole West Coast, the West Side Story. That was the street single, you guys. 50 Cent was on the hook. You could see the look in my eyes. I'll be a gangster till I die. That California chronic got me so high. Game, tell them where you're from. West Side. You know what I mean? So that song was cool, but it was actually it was the street single. You know what I mean? Kind of like how 50 had Wanksta. That was one of the first songs that I heard from the game outside of the other shit. You know what I mean? Outside of some of the G-Unit freestyles or the G-Unit not freestyles, the G-Unit group songs. But yeah, that's interesting that he said that Young Buck couldn't stand up against, you know what I mean? Young Buck couldn't stand up against 50 Cent because of the whole Tennessee thing, acting like it's really a measure of honestly, like, really, you're going to say it's a measure of where somebody's from if they can stand up to you in a rap beef? So yeah, I just wanted to bring that up, man. You know, Wack 100, obviously he keeps it real. You know, like, for a guy to actually meet 50 Cent on multiple occasions and then to remember the relationship that he had with the game to the point where he put his relationship with 50 Cent on the line. You know what I mean? I'm sure he would want to utilize the relationship with 50 Cent wherever he could. But in all honesty, he put that on the line the moment that he brought the game into the situation. We all know that, you know, but he proved that he's a real one by doing so. Now, is that because it would more than likely equal a major check? You know what I'm saying? Is it because it would more than likely equal a major check? I mean, shit. You know, why not? You know what I mean? It is going to be a major check. You know what I mean? The G-Unit reunion check, like I said, plus the fact that you've got the game and 50 Cent working together. You know, the game and 50 Cent working together could ultimately equal 50, 100, 150 million dollars over the course of 3 or 4 years. However many tour dates they could set up. You know what I'm saying? Wack 100 would probably have those guys performing in Vegas for a year straight. Yeah, that is definitely one of the most interesting things about this. I'm wondering if that is misinformation that Wack 100 heard. Kind of crazy. Oh, shit. Embroidered says, Wack talks too much and it's ruining any street cred he has. left. He's clout chasing, man. Well, Wack 100 used his relationship with 50 Cent to try and put, you know what I mean? Let me try to. Yeah, I'm not really too sure what that whole situation is, to be 100% honest with you. I'm not really sure what the whole situation is surrounding 50 Cent and Monster. Why? Because this is a situation that has been shielded from the general public, you guys. The general public does not really know about 50 Cent and his relationship with Monster. Oh, 1 second, you guys. Everybody vote in the poll right now. I need everybody in here to vote in the poll. Let me take a look at the results. Can Wack 100 end the beef with 50 Cent? Can he end the beef with 50 Cent in the game? Quick. I'm wondering, what do y'all think about this situation? Jay Leno says Wack is building his own brand. That's 100% accurate. It's 100. You know what I'm saying? Let me hold on 1 second. Send this video to my guy real quick. My guy Haran the Don in the building. He's got a new project out right now. Throw the link to the project up, Haran. My bad. You know, I just been going through some shit, bro. I've been going through some shit, man. You know, like these dudes is out here trying to come for my career and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm out here getting it how I live. What up? What up? What up, Don Pablo? What's poppin', G's? We got another topic, though. We got another topic to get into. Let me make sure I'm good here on this topic, though. Yeah, so Wack had said there's 2 places you got to go. Actually, there's a little bit more here. Game's got one song that activated the whole West Coast. The West Side Story. Really, bro? The West Side Story really activated the West Coast, bro. I understand. I listen to that shit every day, too. I be banging that shit. Been patiently waiting. Since the West Coast fell off, the streets been watching. The West Coast never fell off. I was sleeping Compton. Nate Dogg doing his thing. DPG still popping. I got California love. Effing to that Pac shit. And West Side Connection. Ben had it locked, kid. I'm in the rear view. Put red dots in your head like Rodman. Fought that, not guilty. Been there, done that. Jumped on Dre's back. I'm bringing CA back, and I don't want button-up shirts and drive Maybachs. Yeah, man. Yeah, man, that's some real shit right there. I really love that West Side Connection, West Side Story song. But it said, bro, when you say that Game activated the West Coast with that song, you got to realize 50 is on that song. 50 is on the first 3 Game songs. 50 is on every Game song besides Certified Gangsters. Come on. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Nah, Monster, I would definitely have Monster on the channel, but he don't do shit like that, I assume. You know what I mean? He don't do shit like that, I assume. Wack was like, from there, that's where the G-Unit came. There's two places you got to go, New York and LA, messing with the music. He had Jimmy Henchman as a management. Jimmy had Black Wall Street billboards in Queens. Jimmy is a fool. Game already had New York in play. Game already had New York in play. We all know, everybody from the East Coast knows, Game was a pretty valuable artist here. You know what I mean? Game was getting it. You know what I mean? People was going out and bumping Game music. He was doing all the things that you needed to do as an artist. You know what I mean? He would still hit those strips and do those freestyles. You know what I mean? He still promoted himself to an underground demographic, although he was pumped to the mainstream. That's what was working for the Game. You see what I'm saying? I don't just come out here and pump one side of the story, you guys. I'm keeping it real from all aspects. You know what I'm saying? I'm keeping it real on all aspects. If there's some things I didn't understand, if there's some things I misinterpreted, if there's some things that I thought were whack. So this whole situation, though, with Jimmy Henchman as the Game's manager, putting up billboards in Queens, oh my God. Game had a heavy influence on the East Coast, though. That is completely evident. You know what I mean? More, for his second album, he seemed to lose it a little bit, though. I'll be real. But let's go into this, man, because Wack 100, when he went on Gillie's podcast with Blueface, at this point, I think it was more of a Blueface interview. I'm not sure, man. Maybe it was more of a dub to Wack 100 and Blueface interview. But Gillie actually, what did Gillie do? Gillie got called out for being shook of Birdman. I think somebody needs to do their research here. I think Wack needs to do his research because just like a little bit earlier, Wack says here, let's go back to the last topic. Wack said that Game had West Side Story, but then after that it was straight up G-Unit. That is inaccurate. West Side Story was actually released before How We Do. West Side Story was actually released before Hate It or Love It. The record that came out, it was released before Dreams. The record that came out that Wack 100 is thinking of is Put You on the Game. That was the fourth official single. West Side Story was not an official single. West Side Story was not an official single. West Side Story was the underground single. It was the street single. It was the single without a music video, and it was released before it was the first thing that we heard from the Game. It was the first thing that we heard released. Let me say this. Let me rephrase. It was the first thing we heard from the Game and 50 Cent. From this guy who was charging $500,000, $250,000, $250,000, $500,000. 50 Cent was charging for a hook. And all Game had to do was get him persuaded by Dr. Dre. All he had to do, Dre had to have one conversation. Yo, could you put a little joint on this? If you could see the look in my eye, I'd be a gangster till I die. The California chronic got me so high. Game, tell him where you're from. West Side. Something as simple as that. 50 Cent coming in and turning it up. Imagine 50 jumps on my song. I'll be a CT gangster till I die. Mikey T's chronic got me so high. Tell him where you're from, movie star. Tell him that you're coming to Southside. Yeah, exactly. 50 Cent put the shit on the Game's hook. In the Game, he went from being Crooked Eye. He went from being Eastwood. You know what I'm saying? He went from being on that level to immediately a whole nother level. Let's call it for what it really is. I don't even think he was really on the same level as Crooked I back then. There was a reason that Suge Knight was saying, yo, bro, we're working on the Crooked I album. And no, you can't have a feature on Say Hi to the Bad Guy. There was a reason this was happening, you guys. Are you ever going to get more than 3 subscribers? No. Yup. Shaq, I appreciate you. I appreciate you guys. Y'all vouching for me on here. So I just wanted to bring that up because in all honesty, it really looks like Wack's timing was a little bit off on just by a few months. Just by a few months. You know what I'm saying? I'm just pointing it out. Just pointing it out. So now let's talk about this other information. Let's talk about some shit that I actually got on camera. Let's take a look at the footage.
The king. Shout out to Mikey T, the movie star. You ain't fucking with Mikey, you ain't fucking with nothing. And if you got a problem, I'll come through and get your shit mopped up.
Damn, Gillie, I didn't know you felt that way, man. Jesus. What a real dude. Let's talk about it. Gillie is going to explain that fateful time when he ran into Birdman. Because he was shook, right? Floyd Mayweather was there that night. How's somebody going to be shook of Birdman when Floyd Mayweather's in? All right. So he was shook, right? I was there, Wack. He was not shook. He was not shook. So, Gillie, we were in Miami a few months back, and this was actually your first time running into Birdman since you two flipped.
King of Diamonds.
King of Diamonds.
Yeah, you was there. You was in there with me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I want to know, what was it that when you and Birdman connected, what were you guys talking about? How did it come about?
I just seen him come in. You feel what I'm saying? And, we had little differences in the past. You know what I'm saying? So
I filmed all this shit, yo, just so you guys know. I filmed all this shit inside of Chaos.
Yeah. He didn't see me.
There's the king right there.
You know what I mean?
Hollow the Dot. There's Red Cafe right there. I actually had Hollow the Don in there.
So when I seen him walk by
there's Floyd Mayweather and Gillie Da Kid talking right there.
My table, you was there. I just walked across the table and went hollered at him. You know what I mean? Then a few niggas that was with him. I know them niggas from being around.
There's Floyd right there, you guys.
Being signed to Cash Money. So I went and hollered at Hop.
Let me bring it back real quick. Hold on. Let me make sure. We got to look at that hat and all that.
How did it come about? I just seen him come in. You feel what I'm saying? And
there's Hollow right there.
We had little differences in the past. You know what I'm saying? So he did.
Okay, look at the hat right there that Gillie has on.
Didn't see me. You know what I mean? So when I seen him walk by my table, you was there. I just walked across the table and went and hollered at him. You know what I mean? Then a few niggas that was with him. I know them.
Thug actually had Stoner out right now. There's Floyd Mayweather right there, you guys.
Niggas from being around, from being signed to Cash Money. So I went and hollered at Hot Boy Elton. You feel what I'm saying? What's up, nigga? What's up? Yeah, what's up, round? You saw the love it was. You know what I mean? Then I hollered at Stunner because we ain't see each other. So come on, let's look each other in the eyes. Let's get an understanding. Let's find out if it what it is. You know what I mean? He looked me in the eyes. He said it ain't nothing. You know what I mean? I salute what you're doing, Will. You know what I'm saying? I see you out here, you shaking and moving, you doing you. I salute you. I said, well, I salute you back. And, keep doing you. Y'all been doing y'all for years. Keep doing you. You know what I mean? And then we chopped it up a little bit more out back. You know what I mean? By the trucks and shit. And, it was all love. You know what I mean? I ain't got no issue with them niggas. You know what I mean? I never really had no issue with them niggas like that. Because, that shit was some rap shit. You know what I mean? Like, Wayne was like my little bro when I was on Cash Money. You feel what I'm saying? So that was never going to turn into no real beef. I understand real beef from artificial beef. You feel what I'm saying? That's artificial. That's rap shit. That's not beef. That's rap shit. So I just wanted to, I like to get understanding though. You know what I mean?
Being around those two a lot, in the studio and maybe, out in the clubs or whatever. Could you see them getting back together in some time?
I mean, I don't know, man. You know what I mean? Allegedly, Wayne is suing him for $51 million. So, you know what I mean? So, if they don't ever get back together, a nigga got 51 million reasons why not. You know what I mean? But, hopefully them niggas will work their differences out, man. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that's not even really my business. You know what I mean? Because one thing I've never accused Stunner of is not paying me mine. I ain't never had that problem. You know what I'm saying? So, nigga, you know what I mean? Nigga don't owe me nothing. So I ain't had them problems. Like Wayne.
Let me see if we got. Is there any more studio footage? Oh, we got a little birthday cake footage right there. Okay. So yeah, bro, I just wanted to put that shit up, man. I just wanted to put that shit up because there's all the talk. There's all the talk of Gillie being shook. Gillie was right in the same club as Birdman, y'all. We was all at King of Diamonds. It wasn't no crazy shit. Floyd Mayweather was in the building. Shit was a movie, you guys. I'm actually out there on the scene filming these guys. Floyd Mayweather, Birdman, Young Thug, Red Cafe, Gillie Da Kid. I'm actually out there filming these guys. Just because dudes got one or two videos where they're filming dudes, don't let them throw you off, man. I'm really on the scene here getting it in. I just wanted to go, you know what I mean? I just wanted to go over that and show y'all that joint right there. Want to make everybody see that shit. Yep, throwback of the day right there. Yeah. Yep. This is right when Thug was getting on, when Thug was really just getting on and doing the whole stoner thing. You know what I mean? Thug was making his rounds at that point in time, going out and doing all different types of shit to get his name out there. I had also filmed Thug a few more times when he actually ended up getting famous. You know what I mean? And it was pretty evident that he was, the biggest thing in the industry. Yeah, man. I like to keep my shit together, man. I like to film all this shit, y'all. I like to stay involved in what's going on. Keep my ear to the industry, you guys. Keep putting out this dope content for y'all. You know what I mean? Wanted to go over this shit. Yeah, so Wack actually chimed in on the Blueface interview, right? He actually chimed in. He's like, Blue's just saying that Wack was giving his honest opinion in the interview, but he didn't know Wack was about to go off. He didn't know Wack was about to go off on 6ix9ine. You know what I mean? He didn't know Wack was about to go off and start bringing up 6ix9ine on the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast. You know what I'm saying? He really didn't know that shit was about to go down. He's like, who made the most explosion? You can't forget about the rat 6ix9ine. We talking about music and numbers. Oh my God. All right. So we're talking about music and numbers. Well, Gillie's about to call he's about to call you out on that one. I thought he did 40 to 50,000. Gillie hit him with the exact numbers that 6ix9ine did. The man did 40 to 50,000, man. The man did 40 to 50,000. Let's keep it a buck. The man flopped. 6ix9ine flopped. You know what I mean? You could, however many, you know what I'm saying? However many projects, you know what I'm saying? However many shits you say you want it, like, yo, bro, if you drop a project and it sells 10,000 copies, if it sells 1,000 copies, you got to win. Miss me with that shit. This man was running around flaunting all the money in the world. When you come out and you sell 40,000, that is a flop. That is a flop, man. I'm sorry. I'm calling it for what it really is. That shit was a flop. 6ix9ine's projects came out, both of them, Day 6ix9ine and Tattletales. They both sold like 40 or 50,000 copies first week. Your shit flopped, man. 6ix9ine shit flopped. Let's call it for what it really is. His single might have sold, his YouTube might have done some numbers, but even the YouTube numbers are diminishing. 6ix9ine came out, did a 500 million streams with his first single, and now he's struggling to do 50 million. Now he's struggling to do 100 million streams. He's lost 400% of his fan base. Shit is crazy. Oh, shit. Yeah, Gillie and Wallow have the best podcast out right now. All respect to Nori. You know, all respect to Nori. But I look at Nori's show as more of like what the Breakfast Club has become. You know what I mean? The Breakfast Club has become more of a television show. So that's kind of what I look at Nori's joint. All respect to Joe Budden. You know what I mean? All respect to a lot of the podcasts out there I love. But Gillie and Wallow have come in and really taken the game by storm. You know what I mean? Because it's because of the way that they're actually putting out content. You know what I mean? It's because of the way that they're putting out content. You look what happened. I believe they dropped an interview. You know, actually, no, it was Sunday last night. So yeah, they dropped the Fabio interview. You guys, and then they followed it up with the Mace interview. Like, wow, that's like a half-court shot right there. You know what I mean? What Gillie and Wallow did right there, that was majorly impressive. I was doubting that they would have Mace on the show. You know what I mean? I was actually doubting that they would have Mace on the show because of the fact that they don't really have old heads on the show. You know what I mean? It's more of a show based on the youngins and shit. But in all honesty, man, having Mace on the show was just genius. I kind of feel like maybe if they didn't take it the wrong way with Rick Ross, they could have potentially had Rick Ross on the show as well. You know what I mean? So I think it'll show them like just starting beefs isn't the smart thing to do. Sometimes you need to let the artists, they tell that to me too. You'd be like, yo, what are you talking about, Mikey T? All you do is start beefs. Well, you know what, Gil, you're kind of in a different boat than me. You know what I mean? Sometimes if you say something about Wiz or if you say something about Rick Ross, they're going to feel a certain way about it. You know what I mean? They're not necessarily going to feel a way about Mikey T, the movie star, saying a certain thing about him. But if you say it, Gil, you know what I mean? They're going to feel offended. You know what I mean? If Wiz is the butt of your joke, you know what I mean? And in all honesty, you know, you could have had Rick Ross on the $1 Million Worth of Game platform to actually discuss why he sticks up for Lil Wayne in such a manner. That was the win of the situation right there. But I'm not really working with Gil and Wallow like that on $1 Million Worth of Game. You know what I'm saying? To be able to have that input on the show, you know? And really, who gives a shit? Like, who cares about that input? Like, having Rick Ross on the show, that's not necessarily what their show was triggered for. One of their next guests should probably be NBA Youngboy. You know what I mean? NBA Youngboy needs to go on $1 Million Worth of Game. But NBA Youngboy is kind of like Drake, where he doesn't really need to do interviews anymore. Oh, yeah, Mace was saying a lot of shit. I don't know if I'm going to cover it just because, you know what I mean? Just because I would have to get into all the shit about Mace signing with Bad Boy. I'd have to get into all the shit about Mace having issues with Cameron. You know what I mean? Having issues with Cameron over the fact that, you know what I mean? Having issues with Cameron over the fact that they thought he had money before he really did. You know, Mace was running around with Puff, you know what I mean? Acting like Puff was letting him wear. First it was Cam letting Mace wear all the shit. Cam, you let Mace wear all your shit? You know what it is then. Can you imagine all the good shit that Puff let Mace wear? X that. Can you imagine all the good shit that Puff probably just bought Mace? He's like, yo, man, I'm buying all this shit. But remember, you're recording in the studio tonight. I'm buying all this shit, but you're recording in the studio tonight. Yeah, shit's a wave, man. Shit is definitely a wave. That's right. Iceberg got it up. Yeah, check out Around the Dawn. That's right. Some wavy vibes, y'all. To pull up, y'all, and check out the link that Iceberg just posted, y'all. Show him some love. Show Around the Dawn some love. He's massively talented. You know what I'm saying? He be doing his thing when it comes to music. Yeah, we're not really gonna get into all that shit that Puffy and Mace have been saying about each other. Those two guys, man. I seen the video that Puff posted on his Instagram page. I seen that video. I be in tune. You know what I mean? I don't just be watching it from one side. You know what I mean? I know everybody's tuned in with what Mace is saying. Everybody loves it when Mace comes back. You know what I mean? Every time. People love it when Mace comes back every time. Literally, you guys. They love it. They love it when Mace comes back. Oh, Mace, you're coming back again? So it's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time. You know, that's Mace, what Mace be saying on that welcome back shit. But yeah, man, I just wanted to come on tonight, do a live video for y'all, talk about these two topics. Wack 100, speaking on ending the beef with 50 Cent in the game, squashing the shit. Obviously, he's tried 3 or 4 times. I would have to say, you guys, my judgment, the beef with the game and 50 Cent is over. You know what I'm saying? That beef is long overdue. It's over with at this point, you guys. A lot of people can say, you know what, man, Mikey T, the beef is dead. Yeah, I believe it is. I do believe it is, especially when you got the two men shoulder to shoulder in nightclubs. Especially when you got a man who's spending thousands of dollars to purchase another guy's alcohol. The beef is over. You know what I'm saying? The shit is over, man. Yeah, as soon as 50 Cent realized the game wasn't his op anymore, as soon as the guy who was your op ends up showing up to all your venues, all your events, which now obviously we know why Wack 100 knew about all the events. When so that guy shows up to all your events and shit like that, you know what I mean? When he shows up to all your events and then he's showing you love, you know the beef is over. If you're going to continue beefing with that guy, you're pretty much a lame. You know what I mean? If you're going to continue beefing with a guy who is showing you love, you know what I mean? If you're going to continue to beef with a guy who is showing you love over and over and over again, then you are a lame. So that's why 50 is letting it go. That's why 50 is letting it go. And let's be real. 50 Cent is actually doing a show about their beef. 50 Cent is actually doing a show about their beef. Oh my God. How crazy is that, y'all? How crazy is that? But I appreciate y'all for tapping in tonight, man. I'm out, y'all. Make sure you follow me on the gram, Mikey T _ the movie star.